Last week, Microsoft told the world that the AI assistant reading your loan files, your email, and your member data had a flaw that could let an attacker run their own code inside. Here's the strange part. This is nothing for you to patch. Microsoft already fixed it. And the fact, not the flaw itself, is the real story for a bank, a credit union, or a mortgage company. On June 4th, Microsoft published this as part of a batch it calls the June 2026 Early Security Updates, released ahead of the June 9th Patch Tuesday. Two items matter most to a financial institution. The first is the Copilot flaw, CVE-2026-45497, a remote code execution bug, an RCE. Microsoft rated it 7.7 on the CVSS severity scale. Its root cause is command injection. The second is an information disclosure flaw in Exchange Online, rated a critical 9.1. Both live inside core Microsoft 365 services. Your institution uses these every day. And as a disclosure, Microsoft reported no evidence either one was used in an attack. Now, an RCE is usually the one that gets a security officer out of bed. It means an attacker could run their own code on a system that they do not own. But here's the difference. Microsoft 365 Copilot runs on Microsoft's infrastructure, not yours. When researchers found the flaw, Microsoft fixed it inside its own service, validated it, and published the advisory. There is no update sitting in your admin center. There's nothing on your side, nothing to do. That is the quiet shift the cloud created. The question used to be, what do we patch? Now the question is, would we even know if someone had tried? For a regulated institution, the question lands in two places. First, your data. Copilot only earns its keep because it can read across your mailboxes, your documents, and your chats. 3 of the flaws this month sit in exactly that layer. None is known to have leaked anything, but the assistant reading your member data is a target. Second, your examiners, your AI tooling is no longer invisible to a regulator. When an examiner asks how you govern Copilot and an RCE was just disclosed in it, you want a confident answer. You need it ready. Microsoft published its own guidance alongside the fix and is telling none of it involves installing anything. Rotate the keys and credentials for accounts such as Microsoft 365. Rotate service principal permissions that are more generous than they need to be. Review your Microsoft Entra sign-in logs for anything unusual, and confirm Microsoft Purview is capturing Copilot and Exchange Online activity. Every one of those is a standing capability, not a one-time chore. That is the lesson of a flaw you cannot patch. The defense moved from your patch window to your detection and your governance. This is what we do at ABT. We are a Tier 1 Microsoft Cloud solution provider, and we manage Microsoft 365 for more than 750 banks, credit unions, and mortgage companies. When Microsoft says review your sign-in logs for anomalies, that review is already running in our managed detection and response service. Microsoft 365 Guardian and Guardian MXDR with some accountability for acting on what it finds. And because we watch identity patterns across hundreds of financial institutions, not just one, we know what normal looks like for an institution your size. A single credit union cannot see what an attacker's first move looks like. A fleet of them can. So, if you are not certain anyone would notice an attacker probing your tenant, that's worth a conversation. Talk to a Microsoft 365 specialist at ABT, and let's look at where your detection and governance actually stand. The full written breakdown is in the description. I'm Justin Kirsch. See you in the next one.